What's going on, guys? On Double Team. We're here with an updated Lightsworn deck profile. I changed some stuff. I'm going to show you my side deck today. Extra deck still getting work. I'm trying to wait for the cards to come, so we're going to wait for that. Tomorrow I'm supposed to be in a tournament. I have a really good chance of topping tomorrow, so I'm probably going to get deck profile with my Boojin deck. So let's get into it. 3 JD. Power card. I was thinking about cutting this. No, never mind. I'm joking. Can't cut these cards. 3 JD. Cards too good. Blows up the field. Your boss monster. 2D balls. Had this at 1, but the probability with running only 4 cards you can get off with Eclipse was with 3 Eclipse Wyverns was really small. So I had the other 2 balls. Even though I said I didn't like having this in my hand, but it's just good. Just too good not to run. Next run, 3 rulers. Tempest, Blaster, and Tidal. A lot of people say Redox is a better choice, but pushing for game is important to me. And having the 26 beater is important. So, we run 3 rulers, 4 2 Cloggy. Run 3 Eclipse Wyvern. This card makes the deck. Gets your JDs away. This card's actually, it's really good. Gets your cards away. It's easy to banish. Kind of dead in hand, but you can deal with that because you run a lot of discard outlet cards, and then you can get its effect off. So it's good in that aspect. I'm still sticking with the 3 Curry Bandit. I feel like this card has to be, doesn't have to be more than 3, but has to be ran on Lightsworn deck because 2 to me is saying, okay, you don't want to see this card after you play because it's get a dead draw. But say you do run 2, and say you don't draw all game, you end up drawing it. It's going to be a dead draw anyway. So why just run at 3 so you can see it, get a better possibility of seeing it. So I run at 3. You mill the whole deck anyway, so doesn't really matter. 3 Lumina. I'm getting tired of these commons. I'm gonna get these cards hollow, I promise. But 3 Lumina, this card sets up your Black Rose play, sets up plays in general, gets things going. Next, 2 Raiden. Running at 2 because 3 is too cloggy in my opinion. It's also a tuner, probably the best card in the deck. Doesn't make the deck, it's a really good card though. We run 2 Lila. Bait out back row. 1700 beater, I guess. Another good card, and it's a name. So, we run Garoth. We run Wolf now. Minerva, Jane, and Aaron. We run Wolf. We run Wolf now because draw it, it's fine. Have discard outlets. And mill it, it's even better because it's a special summon, and then I can use it for Exceeds and different things. So, and it's another name that goes to grave. So, Wolf's another good card. But if Elise comes out, Wolf's gonna get cut. So, actually, I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see about that. I'm not gonna talk about it now, but we'll see. 5 names. I failed right there, but 5 names. Minerva's good, extra mill, gets over cards, gets over gear, gets draw power. Next, 2 Nefergana. This is gonna be Rainbow Karibo when I get them. When I get my hands on them, this is gonna be Rainbow. I cannot have this card in my hand anymore. It's just not worth it. And we weren't honest. I'm going back and forth with this card. This is probably the hardest light deck I've ever ran, where it's hard to decide whether to run honest or not to run honest. But right now, I run honest together. Early game state, it's a light for Diablos, and then it's honest. Foolish. It's a good utility card. It's almost a searcher for a deck. You get your ruler if you need to banish your Eclipse. You get your Wolf if you need to get a synchro for Raiden. You get your Minerva if you really need an extra mill, which I do sometimes if I need an extra name. If I need an extra name, I just send Minerva, just get an extra mill, see what I get. I get lucky sometimes. Foolish. Run 2 Soul Charge. Early game, this card's good. I cannot stand milling this card. I used to run at 3. Can't stand milling it. But it's good at 2. We run Charge and 3 Solar Recharge. Typical. Have to run this. That's the spells. Yeah. Traps, breakthrough. I might run it too. Stopping effects is so important to this deck. Um, so yeah, it stops OTKs and different things. So one breakthrough for now. Run 2 wing blasts, get out of the early game state, and it's a discard outlet for eclipses, dead wolves, dead number garners for now. It resets your opponent too, so it's really good. Resetting your opponent is really important in this game, especially if you reset your opponent at least one turn with this deck. You have such amazing advantage. It's ridiculous, especially with the new rule. And last, but definitely not least, 3 Needlebug Nests. I feel that Needlebug Nest gets cloggy at times because I mill it a lot, but having it, drawing it, getting it with Curry Bandit, too important to me. Run that 3. So that's the main deck. Real similar to a lot of decks. I have a couple changes, but just this deck, I was thinking about just getting it to just pick it up, just to see, if I wanted to really have it or not. But I'm really starting to really like the deck. I'm gonna hollow it out. I'm gonna get it done. So, extra deck Master Blades. This extra deck is not done. These are just cards I think I'll run. Master Blades, make it cut. Keeping. Definitely keeping. There's so many plays you can do with Luna with this card. Removing Eclipse, summoning Eclipse, Synchro Radiance. A lot of cards. That's probably the only skill portion of the deck you probably only use. Flagship, I don't know. Omega, I don't know. Make Stroke, I don't know. Stars, I don't know. Crazy Box, definitely, because Skill Drain screws this deck over. And yeah, it just does. I don't know. I could. End games, maybe. Make it cut for Star Eater. Getting cut for Crimson Blader. I don't know. This is definitely staying. Probably the best level 7 synchro for this deck besides Black Rose. It just gets over stuff. Mills 3. It's a name for JD. Perfect. Keeping for it. Keeping. It's another Foolish Burial. If I need to get a Lightsworn Grave, overlay, 2 cards, detach, send, do things. Keeping this. It's a good card. Scrap. I want to get an Ulti Scrap. Ulti Scraps are cool. And 101. I don't even get a higher heart rated 101. I already got that. So, 101, definitely keeping this card. So, yeah, that's the extra deck. Side deck, pretty solid. Combats other side decks that side against my deck, so I won't die. Mind Control takes over cards like, what's that card called? That you flip, you set, flips, and not flips, but while faced with defeat, no one can special summon. I forgot. But you take it, and you can overlay with it and do things. The card's also good against Gear and different things like that. Grandma's T, you have to get rid of side cards with this deck, or you will lose. Like I said, Curry Bandit, grab spells, get rid of Light Prison Mirrors, Defizzers, Macrocosmos. Anything you think of, almost any side deck card, people are siding out against Lightsworn, so gotta get rid of that stuff. Then we're running 2 Eagle Ceiling. I feel like this card's really good. Deck swarms. His deck swarm, my deck swarms. So we're just gonna get rid of your cards before I summon my JD. My one card I think no one's running right now, which people should be in my opinion, is Velvet Catastrophe. This card's so good, especially when your opponent's like all set up, ready to go. This card's not good. Of course, if I'm playing Hat, I'm definitely not gonna play this because if their turn, they attack, I'm gonna flip. It's definitely not happening. But good against a lot of other decks. Dust Tornado, just another card to get rid of trap and spells, and then my hand traps 2 max C, because every deck special summons, including mine. But why not draw on Lightsworns? 2 UD Crow. This card is just amazing. I'll never get rid of this card in my life. Probably the best side card in my opinion because when I topped my Bujins a little while ago, this card saved me in a lot of games. Just saved me. Against Grunix, just a lot of different things. And then we run always side 3 Racco. Just to get rid of the initial cards. You go, set, they attack. You're just going to flip, and we're just going to destroy your Light Prison Mirror right off the bat. So, as a matter of fact, Light Prison wouldn't even work, because you can just, Racco wouldn't even work, you just flip Light Prison, it won't pop. But, like D-Fissure or whatever, macro, just pop it. Raikou is not in the main because it's just too slow. So the side deck you really can't side deck too much. You assign 2 Raikou, 2 DD Chrome, 2 Maxi, and then your MSTs, and even that's pushing it. Maybe Neo Season. I mean, maybe because you don't really side too much out with Lightsworn. It's difficult siding with Lightsworn. I'm not gonna lie, it is. But you have to like this. This is a must. This is a must because you have to get rid of the side card. So, that's really it. All right, guys. This is on Double Team. This is my Lightsworn update deck profile. I'm gonna get another update for you when I get all my cards. Please remember to like and subscribe.